Hi, this is Emily Leiphart of Art from the Heart, and I'm back with a card for my Favorite Things Wednesday Sketch Challenge. This is the third sketch challenge of the month, and I'll be using 3 of the new release sets on my card. I'm starting with a white linen card base. The sketch features a rectangular panel, which I've die cut using the largest stitched panel from Blueprints 29. The horizontal strip on the sketch will be represented by the breakfast tray from Bedside Comfort. This amazing die set will actually be the focus of my card. I just love all of the die cuts in this set, and you can see all of the pieces that I've already prepared. I'll be using the larger of the 2 steam stamps from the Feel Better set just above the bowl. I'm also going to be using one of the teddy bears from Somebunny I Love to represent the pink circle on the sketch. Now I'm going to start assembling all of the pieces and laying them out on the breakfast tray. I love the adorable tissue that comes out of the box. It has dry embossed lines on it to make it look authentic. I've also die cut it from the same linen cardstock that I used for the card base for even more texture. I'm going to use mini glue dots to adhere it to the back side of the tissue box. Next we have the drinking glass or vase. I'm going to use it to hold a couple of flowers. It also has dry embossed details. I'm using a 1/4-inch strip of score tape since the flower stems are thin and I want them to have enough adhesive to be secure. I'm going to use 2 layers of glue dots to adhere the front part of the breakfast tray onto the back. I want it to look as dimensional as possible without too much bulk. The tray was die cut from white birch cardstock, which gives it that authentic wooden tray look. Now I can go ahead and continue to arrange the pieces in the tray. I keep the bottom edge of the tissue box parallel with the top edge of the tray to make sure that everything is straight. Once I'm satisfied with the position of all the pieces, I can go ahead and stamp the steam and sentiment. I have to stamp the steam twice, once on the wood cardstock and once on the background, since it rises past the tray and I want it to be continuous. The Misty really helps with this. I just have to make sure that my tray is centered on the panel and that all of the pieces, especially the bowl, are exactly where I want them to be. Then I remove all of the pieces except the tray and prepare to stamp. I'm using Stays On Jet Black Solvent ink, which is for special surfaces like metal, plastic, leather, glass, etc. I know that if I used dye ink it would sink into the wood and bleed out. I just wanted to be on the safe side and use an ink that would remain crisp on the wood cardstock. I carefully remove the tray, reposition the magnets on the panel, and stamp the steam for a second time on the panel. This ink dries very quickly, so I stamp it twice for a cleaner impression. I probably should have stamped it twice on the wooden tray as well. Now I can assemble all of the parts on the tray. I line up the tray with the steam on the stitched panel. Then I start attaching all of the pieces onto the tray, starting with the tissue box. I make sure that the bottom edge is parallel to the tray and adhere it with glue dots. Then I use the left edge of the tissue box to guide me in making sure that the vase is straight. I want to stamp the sentiment before adhering the flowers to make sure that they aren't in the way, and also so I don't accidentally get ink on them. After arranging the tray on the panel exactly as it will be when adhered, I stamp the sentiment with VersaFine Onyx Black ink. It's a large sentiment with 2 distinct fonts, so I want it to be as crisp and clear as possible. I'm not sure why my camera was out of focus the second time I stamped it. Maybe I was moving too fast and it got confused, but I'm glad it cleared up. Now it's time to assemble the card. I adhere the stitched panel flat to the card base, then secure the tray to the panel with score tape. I can finally adhere the flowers to the stems with glue dots. I'm also going to add tiny pearls to the centers of the flowers. Then I attach the bunny. Part of it will be flat on the edge of the tray, and part of it needs to be popped up with foam tape to be level throughout. Now my card is done. I just love the Bedside Comfort dies and Feel Better stamp set together, and I'll be using them a lot. Thanks so much for joining me at the Wednesday Sketch Challenge this week. I hope to see you again next week. Please refer to the supply links below if you're interested in any of the products I used in this video. You can also visit my blog for stills and more information about my card. Thanks so much for watching.